welcome everyone to the Showdown at Michigan, hosted by the Mason-Dixon iRacing Series. Tonight, the drivers will be competing at Michigan International Speedway for the big money, $250. What a prize pool. I'm your announcer, Atlee, @ManWees, and joining me tonight to call this exciting race is my good friend, and he's going to bring his iRacing knowledge to the table. Joe Wright, how you doing tonight?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. I'm excited to see these guys. That showdown that we had a couple of days ago was awesome. We had a guy who ran at the back the entire time, past everyone coming to the line for the finish on a four-wide stint. So I'm excited to see what these guys can do tonight now that we have $250 on the line versus no money and they put on a show. I can't imagine what we're going to see tonight, man.
Oh, yeah, if it's going to be anything like Thursday's race, then I'm excited. Because you're right, that was for $0. This is for $250. Got more cars on the track. That race had 7 drivers. We got 21 cars here from the 3 qualifying races. This should be an exciting race. The Showdown at Michigan, again, it's going to be a street stock rate at Michigan. It was free to enter. We had 3 qualifiers, qualifier 1, qualifier number 2, and last chance qualifier. Qualifier 1 and qualifier number 2 were broadcasted live on both Extreme Sim TV and Intensity Broadcasting. The first one was on Extreme Sim TV, and the second one was on here, Intensity Broadcasting. So if you want to see what happened in the past 2 qualifiers, then go check out those 2 broadcasts. And none of this would be possible without the wonderful sponsors of the Mason-Dixon iRacing Series. Starting off, we want to thank Pulse Graphics. Now, Pulse Graphics LLC is a full-service graphic design, vehicle wrap, and sign company serving the Washington County, Maryland community and surrounding areas. Some of the services offered are vinyl wrapping, logo creation, branding, ceramic coating, banners, window perf, custom signs, and auto detailing, where everything is done in-house from start to finish. They take pride in exceptional attention to detail, quality products, the latest growing technology, and low, comfortable pricing for all. Whether you're a one-man show business, a company with a fleet of 10, a new startup business, big corporation, or a single consumer looking to make your ride stand out and be eye-catching, their professional and personable staff will always give you a one-on-one service specific to your wants and needs. Their goal is to provide the utmost dedication to the services requested. Every aspect of the jobs performed is to create a finished project that is second to none. Their competitive edge is based on the owner's diverse background of business, automotive, and creativity. They will only produce top quality work that is show ready when it leaves their shop. To contact them, dial 240-347-0137, again 240-347-0137, or you can visit their shop in Hagerstown, Maryland on Frederick Street. And for even more information, you can see some works that they've done. Like, for example, I went on their Facebook and I saw an awesome cornhole board that they've done. They had like a hardwood cover and some graphics on it, and it looked absolutely awesome. So if you want to see work like that, then go visit their Facebook page. The owners are Greg Wood, who's racing in this race tonight, and his wife, though they are the runners of the business, and you'll see them on Greg Wood's card tonight. Also want to thank our other sponsor, Nikki's Garden Premium CBD, for their support as well. They're putting in a lot of help to the Mason-Dixon iRacing Series. We want to thank them.
Got about a minute left here in the warm-ups, man, and looks like these guys are putting in some pretty hot laps, and then we're going to see some qualifying, right?
Yep. Got Eddie Morris on the top of the board, the number 8 Tennessee Volunteers Street Stock, setting a time of 49.224. Not far behind, though, we got 2 times that are at least about 4 hundredths off. We got Max McClure and Michael White, both in the 49.268, and Michael White with a 49.272.
Yeah, we're pretty familiar with those guys. Max McClure and Michael White are always there at the ends of the races, always fighting for position, and always able to put on a good show for the fans. Hey, so I've heard a little rumor, man. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but there might be a little rivalry going on out here.
Definitely in the Mason-Dixon iRacing series, they've had like a street stock series in like the Sabbath day, and majority of the races were either won by two drivers. One of them, who's on the top of the board, it's Greg Wood, the number 23 Pulse Graphics street stock, and the other one, you probably recognize him. It's Ian Martin, the number 98. So these two have a little bit of a rivalry going on. We'll see if that might be something to look out at here at Michigan.
So I definitely have noticed in the past they don't like to push on each other or help each other out very much. But I haven't seen anything that would dictate bad blood in this rivalry. But I think they're just more of a competitive rivalry, we'll say,
Right.
right?
Kind of like this year with Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. They're both the best of the best, the drivers that are winning every single race, and that's how it was here with Greg Wood and Ian Martin, where they've won the majority of the races here in the Mason-Dixon iRacing. It's got 5-minute qualifying here. The top of the board was Greg Wood. In practice, we'll see who is successful here. You got William Karp. He showed a lot of speed in practice. Saw him in the Thursday qualifier. See what he can do here. Got Ronald White in the number 17 Intel. I think he might have gotten in through the last chance qualifier. I'm not sure. The last chance qualifier was not broadcasted live, so I don't have any information on what happened there. It was just another way to get into this race for those of people who did not come from the first qualifier or the second one. There's Garrett Marshall in the number 14. See what he can do here. First time on the board right here. It's not the first time, but it's the fastest time. Ian Martin, the number 98, with a scorching time of 49.548. So if there's one driver that can run a good race, it's that number 98 of Ian Martin. He's already showing it off here in qualifying.
The good thing about this track, though, man, and we've seen it in the past, is anybody can win. There's so many lanes, there's so many places that people can run. You can run that middle line and hold your own by yourself. We saw that on Thursday night, and just because you're the fastest car, if you don't have help, you may not win this thing. So
Right. And qualifying right now, this really does not mean that much. We see drivers going from the front to the back and from the back to the front.
I mean, if you think about it, kind of like a super speedway for these guys, you want to stay out front because you never know what's going to happen in front of you here.
Right, and to think this is not a restrictor plate track is crazy.
Yeah, it's not. They do what, 210 in the Cup cars in real life, so.
Nobody's been able to dethrone Ian Martin so far. So we're nearing 1 minute left in qualifying. Still, a lot of people still need to get on the board. Like, for example, Greg Wood, who was the leader in practice, he has not put a time on the board yet. Carl Staton, Max McClure, Sully Hans, Richie Groves.
I'd like to see how fast a person would go if they ran that seam like we talked about on Thursday night. If they ran that seam and then diamonded it down coming to the start-finish line.
We saw a lot. You're right. We saw a lot of success from that seam on Thursday.
And I got that hint from watching Joey Logano do the Cyber iRacing lap around the track.
When like a NASCAR driver tells you what happens on the racetrack, then definitely try to imitate it out here in iRacing. We have had our Michigan doubleheader this year in the NASCAR Cup Series, and there were some pretty good races.
Yeah, they're always exciting at the beginning. I think as they kind of single file out, it gets a little bit boring at Michigan, but I think at the beginning, after the restarts, it's pretty wild.
Especially if it's like a green-white checkered or something.
It's coming down on 5 seconds left in queue. Looks like Ian's probably going to hold the top of the board with the 14 of Marshall in second and the 17 of White in third.
Our grid here at Michigan International Speedway, starting first with a time of 49.548 in that number 98 machine. Got Ian Martin on the pole, P1. Starting second, we got the number 14 of Garrett Marshall. Third, we've got the number 17 of Ronald White. Starting fourth is ironically the number 4 car of William Karp. Starting fifth. Got the number 96 of Kevin Spencer in that Flex Seal machine. Starting sixth is the number 23 of Greg Wood. It says he's the number 5, though.
Yeah, that's the custom numbers getting you mixed up there, man.
Got the number 55, Nathan Estep, starting 7th. Starting 8th is the number 337 of Bill Watkins. 9th, the number 09 of Michael White. Starting 10th is the number 7 of James Batzer. Starting 11th is the number 49 of TJ Floyd. 12th is the number 27 of Andrew Ewing. 13th, the number 23 of Kyle Harbin. 14th, it's the number 3 of Nathan Nixon. Starting 15th, it's the number 63 of Travis Rice. 16th, it's the number 21 of Jeffrey Bartram. And the final driver who put a time on the board, starting 17th, it's the number 11 of Andrew Freeling. But we got a lot of other drivers who did not put a time on the board that are participating, but those are just the front ones.
So the strategy for those guys who didn't qualify is probably to stay out of the big stuff. They want to be there at the end, man. They want to be able to take home that cash.
Still amazing to think, $250.
No entry fee, right?
Mm-mm.
All by sponsors. $250 to the winner. It's going to be a great race. I'm excited to see who comes out on top. I expect a 4 or 5 wide at the finish for that money, because that's a lot of money.
Who knows, we might go so wide that the track might not handle it. How wide do you think they can get?
I think they can go 5 wide. I think
5
maybe a 6 with one on the apron. Maybe. I don't know.
Ooh.
Well, I guess I bet you we find out tonight, though.
A little bit of racing Mythbusters. How many cars can go wide on this racetrack? We'll see. Here we go. Front row, Ian Martin, Garrett Marshall. See who's going to get that $250. Pace car pulls down. Here those engines roar. Green flag is out here at Michigan International Speedway. 60 laps.
No, they're 3 wide already in the 6th row. They didn't waste no time doing that.
Ian Martin with a good start, getting a push from the person who started behind him. Ronald White, they clear. Garrett Marshall on the high side. But the restarts are always, they catch up eventually. Like on Thursday, we saw someone with a dominating restart, but within turns 3 and 4 of the final lap, everybody had caught up.
Yeah, I mean, the draft is obviously the thing here, and these guys work hard to stay in it. And as long as you stay in the draft, you got a chance, I think, Catman. And
Definitely.
you can see Ian's already taken our advice, holding that car right on that seam. And I think he's going to feel real comfortable. Even if people get below him, he'll stay there, I think, throughout the race.
Got William Karp on the high side. He's not getting too much of a push there. Here goes Ian Martin up high. He's going to
just keep that thing wound up, Ian. That's how you do it, right there. He had to have watched our broadcast on Thursday night. It's as simple as that.
Oh, it's amazing how much speed you can get from that. He's up high now. We'll probably see him go back down in turns 3 and 4. He's got a hard-charging William Karp right behind him. And now coming below him is the number 17 of Ronald White.
Yep. And William Karp did a really great job as well. He knows about that high line being a little bit stronger than that inside line, especially down the backstretch and through the tri-oval. So I would imagine he's going to stay up there too. But you're going to see right here the strength of that middle where Ian's running. If he can stay there, he's going to be able to hold that position all by himself without any help.
Already, lap 3 out of 60, and we were 3 wide. William Karp.
Yeah, they dumped William on the outside. They were with him. Looked like they were going to line up behind him, and they all went with Ian now.
He's still there, even with no drafting partners.
Yep.
Kevin Spencer giving Ian Martin that push. On the bottom, we got Garrett Marshall and Ronald White.
Some really clean racing so far from all these guys, giving each other a lot of room, a lot of give and take. It's nice to see.
Got another driver who can run that middle pretty well. There's Greg Wood coming into the mix here in that number 23 Pulse Graphics machine. Oh, caution's out.
Looks like the 7 had an issue.
7. Oh, yep. Oh, hold on. There we go. So here's first the fast replay. Like he was side by side with Eddie Morris here. Like this. Ooh.
Oh, he just pushed up and got into the side of the 8. And he didn't collect anybody, which is pretty awesome.
Here's got a little bit of a more slower paced replay here.
You can see, I think he just gets a little pushy or maybe doesn't know the 8's there.
Ooh.
Seems a little weird to go up like that there.
Right in the turns there, Eddie Morris.
Or is that Max McClure or Eddie Morris?
13. That's at 25, barely missed it. Travis Rice making him. I don't think he got involved with anyone else. He's right in the middle of the track. I don't think he has anybody behind him.
I don't think there'd be too much damage from anybody on that one. Maybe a little bit of side damage on the 8 and the 7, but
didn't look too bad. Got people on pit road: Greg Wood, James Batzer, TJ Floyd, Kyle Harbin, Nathan Nixon, Jeffrey Bartram, Carl Staton, Max McClure, and Dalton J. Martin. They're all on
so
pit
are we
road.
going to have some pit strategy tonight, maybe? Hey, Atman, how many laps can they run on green? I'm not sure.
I don't know the fuel or tire window. I know in the 40-lap qualifier before that final green-white checkered, we saw people go in for some tires. They will have to pit for fuel eventually.
Yeah, absolutely.
So whether it's under caution or green flag, they'll have to go into the pits. We'll see how these drivers handle that. So far, though, it's been Ian Martin's race at number 98, but he's had a lot of competitors around him. Ronald White and William Karp have been putting up a fight to get by that number 98 car of Ian Martin. Garrett Marshall's also been there. Kevin Spencer, Nathan Estep. Lights on the pace car have gone off. Looks like Ian's going to choose the high side. So Ronald White's going to go below him. Joe, you think that was a good move for the number 98? Go high?
I do. I do think it was. I think that that's going to be the line to start in. To keep that, because you get too wound down on the inside. Now, that doesn't change the fact that the what is it, the 17?
Right.
That doesn't change the fact that 17 doesn't have to go down, right, man? So
True.
the expectation in racing is that the person takes the lowest line if you're up high, but you don't have to. If you hold your line is all that matters, right?
True.
So.
We've seen that before where accidents have happened and the drivers have just merely been holding their line.
Yeah, because you assume someone's going to do something that they're not.
And a lot of these drivers have been racing with each other for a long time, so they've been racing with each other at Michigan for a long time, so might learn their tendencies. And after racing 60 laps with the same people, you learn a lot about the drivers around you.
You absolutely do, and I mean, even doing 20 laps with some people, you learn a lot about people. So
we'll see. Pace car pulls in. Go. Green flag back out here at Michigan International Speedway. Got Ian Martin getting that good jump, running the apron line as he goes across the start-finish line. And he's just ran away from the others. Going into turns 1 and 2. About 5/10 ahead of Ronald White. They should make their way back up to Ian in the straightaway and turns 3 and 4. Yeah, again, Ronald White, Kevin Spencer, Garrett Marshall, all of them.
looks like the 96 is going to go on the inside of the 17 here through 3 and 4. And he might clear. Ian's gonna pull him by, it seems like.
So he's gonna stay by Ian. Ian pulls up to the high side.
Yeah, Ian knows where the speed is, so he's gonna stay high.
Kevin Spencer is gonna continue to run that low line. Spencer's got the nose right now over the 98 of Ian Martin. Looks like maybe a little bit of side drafting from Ian Martin there.
Yeah, I think he was just definitely trying to let him know he was there so that he didn't come high and take away his line. And I think that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get somebody to really lean on you on the low side when Ian's super high, get clear, and just make a really big move up and to slide up in front of him. Otherwise, I don't think you're going to be able to get by him. But I could be wrong. I've seen people do it on the low line before. I mean, Sully Hans on Thursday night won that thing on the apron, so.
That was an incredible feat that he did on Thursday. He was in 7th, and split second later, he was in 1st and got the win. He's right now in 13th in that number 22 car, battling with the number 24 of Richie Groves. Got the 3 of Nathan Nixon around him. So we'll watch his.
It looks like the top 8 have kind of broken away, and maybe even able to break the draft because these guys back here are too busy racing each other.
Money all over that car of Sully Hands. Got a YouTube channel. He just posted a video recently. So if you want to go to his YouTube channel, it's Hands Off. Back up front here with the top 8 side by side still, it's Kevin Spencer and Ian Martin.
It's a fast breakaway that these guys got going on. They're just lined up. They're not trying to race each other too hard or anything like that, and that's why they're driving away from those guys behind them. You see the guys behind them can't get organized, so they're definitely getting dropped. real quick.
Right now, they're pretty much equal. Nobody's got a nose over each other. I think Kevin Spencer's now got the nose though. Maybe even more on that number 96 car over Ian Martin, but watch what happens here in the front straightaway.
Yeah, we know down the straightaways that the top line's going to have the advantage. And you'll see at the line here. That's the advantage there. Ian had a really good run through the center of the corner there. He's going to be probably clear coming out of the backstretch, I think. Oh, yeah.
A bet. Yep, 96 is like on his like very, very back bumper or quarter. But there he comes in the turns here, that number 96 car. Just
Yeah, through 3 and 4, he's definitely got Ian for sure.
But watch here in the front straightaway, Ian Martin's gonna.
So see how the 96 moves up to that seam? If he can stay there and slide into that middle lane, that's going to help him get this lead. But they look like they're pretty comfortable because they're running away with this thing away from the guys behind them, and that's what they need to do if they want to win this, is just keep it away from everybody else. Then you only got to race 7 guys.
Who knows though? Remember again, the field might get even more separated when we've got the going into pits for fuel. That is going to be.
If that is an issue, yeah, I mean, getting onto pit road, it's a little tricky here at Michigan too, from what I remember. Getting woed down to the proper speed, getting into your pit stall good, making sure all your tires are unchecked so you don't have to change out those tires because that'll cost you valuable time in these cars.
Here at Michigan, time's money here. We'll see. It's crazy how when they're entering the pit road, they go from about like 100, 200 miles per hour all the way down to the pit road speed.
Yeah, it just comes up on a weird angle, and getting off the speedway onto pit road here is quite treacherous, especially when you have guys behind you. You got to let them know. You can't wave your hand out the window in real life. You got to actually like speak to him and let them know. That Flex Seal car is pretty wild. I want to know, is it the Flex Seal guy on the front?
Yeah, Phil Swift. And all the back says, now that's a lot of damage.
That's awesome. 17 Intel. I still like that Captain Crunch card too as well. We got the Kodiak car, the 09 coming on the outside all by himself now.
Yeah, we've seen Michael White
3 wide.
Success.
Yeah, Michael White's a really decent driver, and we've seen him do some really good things with all these series. He's making moves on the outside. I'm telling you, he's making moves all by himself.
Ooh, they're side by side.
He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it more difficult for these guys. The guys on the bottom line are here in 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide, and so they get a little more nervous. The heart rate goes up a little bit more. You know somebody's on the outside of you, and you're closer to each other than you have to be.
Cause run one wrong move and a caution's gonna come out. You and the other driver above you might get in a wreck.
Ian might have just made a mistake going that high there. That 17's gonna get a good run through the corner here.
96 is all the way clear of that number 98 car.
17's gonna go to the point.
Here he is. Yep, running that middle line there. What a way to take advantage of that. Here comes
3 wide at the front.
Ronald White taking advantage of that middle. Ooh, Ian Martin's
4
falling
wide.
way back.
I think Ian's thinking pit stop. Oh, there they go. They reckon.
Oh, caution's out.
That looked like Carp went into the wall, right?
Yes. Ooh.
Oh, and we got one on his lid too. So 4 wide here.
That's always a risky situation. Looks like the 09 of Michael White might have.
Yeah, I think he clips the 4 here. Maybe trying to slide in behind him right here and just maybe a little net code, maybe not. But it looks like he clipped him.
Oh, Ian Martin made
Four
it. Like,
straight into the wall.
oh, yeah, looks like Ian, he didn't get too much damage there, but
I don't
good
think he
cart.
got hit at all, did he? Can we go to an in-car on him? On Ian? So here we are. He's running 4 wide up along the wall.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
That's
right.
always scary.
You see him jerk the wheel down.
Yeah, I think he's clear. I don't think he got any damage. Didn't look like he touched him at all. So
Good. Here you go, back up front. Got Ronald White here. A lot of people going into pit road right now.
yeah, I think that was what Ian was doing. I think Ian was sliding to the back strategy-wise to get down to pit road.
Like you said, you can't hold your hand out in the window. We saw an incident like that ended up costing Daniel Suarez a chance to get into the Daytona 500 this year, where he was moving down the track to get to pit road, but there was a bunch of people in his path and he ended up getting into them.
Yeah, and the duels, right?
Right. It's always it's very dangerous heading into that pit road.
Yeah, it takes a lot of coordination and, talking to people, letting them know what you're doing. And sometimes things like that happen. I think that was just what we saw there was just an accident, maybe not on purpose. Definitely just trying to slide in behind him and didn't have enough room.
Oh yeah, no, that was not on purpose. I don't. Racing deal.
They had an 8-car breakaway. Now everybody's going to be back. So maybe they got organized at the back this time, and we'll see what happens on this next restart.
Right now, the drivers that have stayed out currently, Travis Rice, Michael White, Andrew Ewing, Garrett Marshall, Kevin Spencer, Ronald White, these guys all have stayed out so far. The rest of the field went in. The highest driver that...
So there could still be a pit strategy involved with that too, right? So
Right.
they stay out knowing thinking there's going to be more caution. So that's that whole field position on the field and knowing who can do what and where.
Lights on the pace car have gone off. We're going to be restarting.
You can either stay at the back and play it super safe, or you can stay at the front and play it super safe.
Right. There we go. Ronald White is picking that high side. Oh, they should implement the choose cone on the iRacing. That'd be cool.
I think it's coming, especially if they actually adopt it in NASCAR. They'll definitely do it.
Actually, it'd be cool. A street stock, so it could be like local short tracks with the choose cone.
It'd be even cooler if they actually put a cone out there and gave you a penalty if you hit it.
Yeah, that's proved difficult to some of these drivers. It's kind of like it comes up on you. It's hard to see. I don't know why they don't use like a real cone. I feel like
Because then somebody would have to go out there and put it there.
right, true, like an official. But there we go. Pace car pulls in. Here we go. Restarting here at Michigan. And clearing in Ronald White on the high side. Gets clear of Kevin Spencer. And we're back green here at Michigan. That didn't last long already. We're getting a good run on the bottom here for the number 14 of Garrett Marshall. Yeah, this gap right now that Ronald White has should be short-lived here, as the draft are all going to catch back up to him. Yep, here they
Got a heck of a run going out front there, though.
Oh yeah, Ronald White, he's running the seam, or he was at least. Here comes Kevin Spencer, Garrett Marshall, Michael White, Andrew Ewing. Here we go. We got Michael White coming now on the bottom. He's going to help push the number 17 of Ronald White. On the top there, we've got Andrew Ewing and Kevin Spencer. So back side by side here at Michigan International Speedway. Right now I got the tie side. Kevin Spencer looks like he's got the advantage right now. Oh, they're now equal for the most part. Michael White is up there on the high side, trying to make something happen there too. The field is not as separate as it was previously, where it was like an 8-car breakaway. They're all packed up close to each other.
Yeah, 3 wide for second there with the 207009. Michael White's doing some work on that outside line as we come down to the turn 4 into the stripe here. I think if he had a little help out there, they might be able to do something.
Looks like the 18 of Dalton J. Martin and Ian Martin. They're up there on the high side. They got Eddie Morris. Looks like they're coming to help the number 09 of Michael White out. I just now noticed that we've got our first driver that's left. William Karp is our first driver that's manually disconnected. So we're now down
So on our first broadcast on Facebook, we've already reached over 200 people. Man,
it's awesome.
It's reached that many people. Not that doesn't mean they viewed it, but it's reached that many people, which is awesome.
Thank you all. This is the first time that we've ever streamed on Facebook, so hopefully it's going to be a little bit more convenient for some of you Facebook users out there than being on Twitch or YouTube. I know a lot of people might not have a YouTube or Twitch account, so this could help. I know Facebook, if there was going to be another platform that we were going to stream on, it was going to be Facebook, so glad to see that we're having some success on there.
Absolutely.
Back out to the action.
We got 4 wide. 4 wide.
Here comes
Looks like
Andrew
Ian Martin's
Ewing.
on that high line. Yeah, Ian Martin's pushing on that high line too. It looks like they're backing out. They saw 4 wide and they want nothing of it.
Yeah, with
Greg Wood to the outside.
Him and Michael White are making something work. Got Andrew Ewing in the middle, Kevin Spencer on the bottom. We're 3 wide going across the stripe here.
Looks like a Daytona race right now, or a Talladega race. These guys are putting in work, pushing each other on this outside line. Greg's clear back down. I wonder if he's going to jump back in. Nope, he's going to stay up there with Michael White as they head down the backstretch here. I think they're going to get a good little pull down the backstretch. Got 3 cars out there now. And he's clear. Well, I mean, he had the nose coming down the backstretch.
We're still 3.
Oh,
Wow.
4 wide.
Here comes the number 24.
Work.
Oh, this
It's
is dangerous. This is dangerous. Here comes the 24.
They fixed it. They straightened it out. Still really tight racing. That 21 is all over the place, all over the back bumper of the 27, giving them the business.
Oh, I'm just there. Here comes Richie Grove in the number 24. He's
Still
there as
a
well.
lot of laps left, guys. Still a lot of laps left for this. Looks like some of those guys are thinking the same thing. There's a lot of laps left. Maybe I'll get out of this craziness. And that's why we saw that whole thing kind of fall apart there.
I know we lost Greg Wood on the high side, but it looks like he's making a little bit of a comeback with Michael White in the 55 of Nathan Estep.
Yeah, the 21 is a little sketchy in that middle line. You keep seeing him swerve left and right through the middle. And that can be scary for, look at him go all over the place. He's going to jump outside now.
Wow. 21 car. Here he goes. He's cleared Andrew Ewing right now.
I think people might be thinking about pit stops, maybe?
It's about
I don't know.
halfway. We're about getting to the halfway mark here at Michigan. We'll see. Here's we're passing pit road right at this moment.
Ewing definitely lifted and gave up that position to the 21 there, which is interesting. Maybe he just didn't like the way he was swerving back and forth in his mirror.
Nope, Ewan stays out. Looks like. Yeah, no, nobody went down pit road this time by.
Yeah, I think they were just getting nervous with the way it was 3 wide for that long. Looks like Greg Wood's gonna go up the middle. We've seen him do that in the race again here. And look who else has joined the party. Sully Hands is up on that high line now in the 4th spot.
I know we haven't seen him or talked about him for the majority of this race, so glad to see he's coming up here. He was the winner of qualifier number 2, so let's see if he can carry on that success.
I thought he was just trying to do what he did last time and sit at the back and let everybody else race and then take it away from everybody at the end.
Got all the dollar bill, Mr. Money bags on the car.
Dollar bill, y'all.
We'll see what happens here with that number 22 car. He's behind Andrew Ewing and Jeffrey Bartram right now. Oh, here goes the 27 of Andrew Ewing low.
Oh, yeah, he made a huge move on him.
3 wide here at Michigan. That just leaves
Sully's going to follow him right up the middle, and they're going to go right to the point here. They got a good run going down the back stretch and into turn 3.
Yep, he cleared him.
Sully got a little pushy.
Number 27 of Andrew Ewing clears Kevin Spencer here. That leaves Sully Hands there. He's getting drafted from Jeffrey Bartram.
Sully got pushy there and bounced off the inside door of the 21.
Looks like Kevin Spencer goes high. 21 goes to up. Oh, no, he goes back down. Just seen a lot of back and forth to the number 21.
Yeah, that could be scary when you're in a draft, having somebody, I don't know if he's loose or just not feeling the steering wheel the way that he should or what's going on there, but left and right is scary.
Here goes Sully Hands up top. He gets cleared by both Kevin Spencer and Andrew Ewing, though. He's getting a push from the number 55 of Nathan Estep.
They're putting on a heck of a show, but it's scary too, right?
I know.
Like now the 21's gonna jump outside, and he thinks he's gonna make a move. I think he thought he could do what he did to Ewing there, but it's not gonna happen. That 96 gonna hold that center line, and Sully Hands is gonna roll up and behind him. Yep. The 21's gonna fall back, but Greg Wood looks like he's gonna take the outside line here and come try to help.
Still a little bit of a ways away, but if he can get up there in that draft, we'll see him a little bit.
Oh, Sully to the middle now.
Sully Hands right there. He's going to get picked up by the number 21 and the number 55. There we go. Got to run up top, but right now Kevin Spencer's clear of everyone for the most part. But Sully, he's right there.
Yep, that's the line, Sully. Sully's going to make a big run down the backstretch here. You see him competing for the lead here coming to the line, I think.
Let's see here.
A little too high into the entry of the corner, though.
Yeah, that Kevin Spencer right there, you saw he's got the advantage right now in that number 96. Yep. We're right now halfway through this race here at Michigan.
The 27 is leaning on the 96. That can be scary too. These cars don't have a square-to-square bumper, so you can turn somebody really easily if you lean on them too much, especially in the corner.
No, one wrong move and...
Like that. Oh! Whoa,
Ooh.
almost turned him. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
So he's not in the draft anymore. He pulls up with Sully, and now we've got Garrett Marshall there. Excuse me, Richie Groves in the number 24 car.
That'll give you a serious pucker effect, I'll tell you that. And now he's going to get it again. Andrew back to this. Nope. He's going to be leaning on Sully now.
Sully Hands right now continuing to run that high side. He's got help from the 27 and 21.
Definitely a speed draft bump there. Almost turned Sully to the outside wall that time.
This is making me nervous right now.
That's what I mean. That's the pucker effect. See how he's swerving back and forth? That's the scary part. Oh, Lord.
I'm going to watch.
Oh, man.
See. Oh, we got Sully. Sully Hands right
Oh,
now. He about had it.
I think he had it, but he thought better of it. That second line is better. Uh-oh.
We're 3 wide.
Sully
Here
got
comes
shuffled out. Andrew Ewing to the point. He's going to lead it. There it is. Well, if you're practicing for the end, you just saw how to do it. Move him in 3 and 4 and ride that center line to the finish line.
Andrew Ewing. He's made some nerve-wracking moves, but at the same time, he's made some good moves as well. So watch that number 27 car. He's side by side right now with Kevin Spencer.
Do I see some Martin boys coming into the mix too?
You've got 2 Martins in this race, Dalton J and Ian.
Ian's in 18th. Dalton's in 16th.
Yep, 16th or 17th. Oh yeah, they're right there. The entire field is all packed together in one little group.
Yep.
So it's anybody's game still.
Absolutely.
The top 20 looks like 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, a little bit of ways.
Is that Carl Stanton in the 88?
Yeah. So he's coming into the mix here as well.
We've seen him do some wild things in these street stocks as well, so don't count him out. We have an all-star crew when it comes to the guys that we see race all the time. These are the guys right here, and that's why we haven't seen very many wrecks. We saw two cautions, and both were racing deals. So.
And yeah, it's always been competitive racing. Competitive racing doesn't always mean a bunch of wrecks. It just means like side-by-side racing for the entire race. And these drivers are professionals. They're doing very well.
Yeah.
They're not letting.
I don't know if I'd call them professionals, but they're definitely experienced. Let's put it that way. Here comes Greg Wood to the inside of the 21. That's not gonna work. He had to lift. That 21 slammed the door on him. That was a big block by the 21. I think that's a lot of the reason most of these guys aren't getting up there.
The majority of this race, it's been Kevin Spencer up front, and then we've had other people trying to get. He's just stayed low.
I mean, Andrew Ewing has led a couple laps here on that high line.
But right now, I call this the thing that Kevin Spencer's doing is the catfish effect. He's at the bottom feeder, just staying there.
I don't think that's the way to win it, though. I really don't.
He's right now clear.
Although he's doing a great job at it.
Oh, whoa! Oh, the 24 car clips him in his rear quarter. But
he's sliding through the infield. No caution?
No caution.
Yep, they're not going to bring out the caution for that. And he definitely got turned.
Wow, that just came out of nowhere.
And I don't know if the 24 lost control of his car, but he went to the apron then came back up.
We got the replay here.
It's almost like he hooked into him
He goes
and
low.
lost control of it on the apron.
Goes up.
Yeah, he lost control of it. It might even have been a little bit of netcode there, Atman. But yeah, tough break for the 96 who's been leading this thing. He locked him up. He doesn't get into the wall. No damage, but definitely off the pace. And that'll cost you.
Back up front here, got Andrew Ewing taking advantage of one of the front runners out of the mix here as he's up front on the high side. On the bottom was the person who was drafting behind Kevin Spencer. That's Richie Groves, and up high we've got the number 21 of Jeffrey Bartram as well, trying to make something work up there.
Bartram's out by himself now. Looks like Wood got clear of him. They're banging into each other now.
Ooh, that's an accident.
Carl Staton sliding up into the mix now.
He's right behind Greg Wood. We also there number 55 of Nathan Estep. He's there as well.
Sully Hands is coming back on the inside as well in that 22 machine.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
21 throw a huge block on the 34 and stacked him up. Almost caused a wreck, but they kept going.
And Kyle Harbin
Greg Wood is leaning on him. Oh, they're going to jump outside. Staton's going to follow Wood, it looks like. Maybe not. They're going to slide back in. But he's leaning on Andrew Ewing's car here.
Man, that's nerve-wracking right now here with the 27 and 23. They're so close. One wrong move.
And we're getting down to the nitty grit now, Atman. Let's get down to 20 laps to go.
Woohoo.
I like how Staton came up here nice and calm, slow, creeped his way up in there. No crazy moves, just steady, slow. And now he's in the mix.
Right. And that's one.
Same as the 34 and the 8 as well, working that high side. They're getting themselves into the mix as well.
Still side by side though, we got Richie Groves here. Greg Wood eventually he's gonna make a move sometime in the next few laps. There he goes. He goes high here. Above Andrew Ewing.
They keep trying to go that high line, but that center line is so strong that it takes just one car and a little bit of push from one other one, and you're good. Oh,
Carl Staton.
He wanted to get back to that middle line, but the door got shut, so he had to slide back up top.
Ooh, I was a little bit worried for Nathan Estep. He was in the apron and entry into the front straightaway.
Oh, where'd this 25 car come from? Who's that? That's
Oh. That's Alfred Denny in that number 25 car.
Alfred Denny. It's the first time we've seen him up in the mix today. Still got TJ Floyd hanging out back. We saw him be really strong in the qualifier as well.
He's around
so don't count him out.
Yeah, still, the top 18 is in this one little group right now. We've got people shuffling in and out of the mix here. As we're seeing a lot of names that we haven't mentioned all race coming up front here.
I like the yellow rims on the 55 as well.
That's
Mr. Estep.
If there's one car that you can see pretty clearly on the track, it's gotta be him.
Right. Andrew Ewing still holding that center line there.
Greg
that we
Wood
talked about being so strong. Greg Wood coming on the outside.
We're 3 wide here. Oh! That lost a little bit of time there. Greg Wood and...
Oh, 4 wide. These guys get a little sketchy when it gets 4 wide. Staton's kind of moving back and forth. Now they're back to 3 wide, which is good. Woo!
Ooh. A little bit of a scary one there.
The old pucker effect.
Here's one driver that's been quiet as well. Nathan Nixon, he's just been there quietly for the entire race. Haven't really talked about them, but he's been up front all race. Just hasn't really been too aggressive in that number 3 car. There are about 15 laps to go. Still side by side, Richie Groves and Andrew Ewing. Oh! Andrew Ewing got a car coming off of pit road. Whoa. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Pits. That's still one thing.
$15 laps to go. And do you think that some of these guys are going to have to hit pit road? Is that what you said?
Let's see. Andrew Ewing, Garrett Marshall, Ronald White, Travis Rice, Kevin Spencer. All these guys have not gone into pit road for this.
Oh, Andrew almost got turned just now. And Ian Martin is now slid up into the 5th spot. He's sitting right there in the middle of this whole thing.
Dalton, he's right there behind his brother.
That 21 is all over the place on the outside. It's scary.
I don't know if these drivers want to be right there behind all that. Like, I'd try to get up front as quick as possible so I wouldn't have to deal with the mess behind me.
Yeah, but it's tough. And I still think, like you said, Andrew Ewing and the 21, and those guys are going to have to hit pit road at some point. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't know if they saved enough fuel under caution to make it to the end, but I wouldn't imagine so. Yep, there he goes. He's dropping back, the 21 is.
Yep. Garrett Marshall, Travis Rice. Those two are on pit road currently. They hadn't gone in all race.
So Ewing's going to have to dip out at some point from where he's at.
Right. Same thing with Ronald White in that number 17 who's up there.
There goes Ewing down to the bottom. Oh, or maybe not.
Oh, no, that's Richie Groves in the number 24.
That was really close. Staten almost turned Ian Martin. They were really close. If there was any net code, he would have been gone.
He's got the two Martin brothers up there. Eddie Morris.
Carl cleared down. He's leaving that 27 to hang out in the middle by himself.
You say the 17?
The Carl Staten jumped down to the bottom, leaving 27 by himself.
I thought 17, because the 17 of Ronald White, he still has to go into the pit, so I thought he might have been dropping back so we can get a clear shot to pit road.
And Andrew Ewing still has to pit too, right?
Right.
Batman?
He's got a lot of drivers heading by him.
Oh, there he goes. He's dropping back now. He might have run out of gas.
Oh, and he's turned. Oh, right into the barrels.
That was a bad decision. Whatever he just did right there was a bad decision. Whether he was trying to get to pit road and knew he was going to run out of fuel or whatever happened, but so Dalton and Ian are on the outside. You got Staten and the 55 on the inside, 24 to the middle with the 8.
So continuing on with this 1, 2, 3 rows. Got currently Staten with the run on the bottom. Looks like these two have cleared Ian Martin on the top. So it's now just going to be the 24 and 88 for now, unless we can get another run from Ian and Dalton.
And Ewing is just sitting on the grass at the end of pit road.
Yep, just staying there.
Hoping for a caution. Oh, and he's left.
Speak of the devil. No, caution's out right now.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and see if we can find a car that wrecked during that. Nope. Freeling looks clean. Nope. 13 looks clean. I'm not sure what happened there, Ratman.
Who knows? It might have.
I'm not going to speculate on what I think happened, but I think I know what happened. Which is why I kind of said, why is he just sitting there?
He's the second driver that's now manually disconnected, so now we're down to 22. 16 are on the lead lap.
Who disconnected?
Andrew, you.
Oh, wow.
I thought since the caution came out, he might take this chance to go into the pits. But for Carl Staton, when caution came out, he was in the lead, so unless he heads into the pits, looks like Ian Mart. Yep,
Did
Ian
Ian head down a
Martin,
pit?
Ian Dalton, Nathan Nixon, the 21 car, all these guys are heading into the pits. So, Jewel, at Michigan, how big of an advantage is fresh tires considering it's not like a short track?
I don't think they're that much of an advantage, but I do think over like a 40 lap run like we just had, it could become an issue. So I think that's probably what those guys are thinking. They're thinking, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. I know there's 8, 9 laps. I can get back to the front in that much time. That's a lot of time. And so I'm going to take this time to make sure I get that fresh rubber. And we also talked about on Thursday night about whether or not the car was faster if it was lighter, or if it was faster, it was closer to the ground. Maybe there is an advantage to having a full tank of gas too.
That would true.
That's something I don't know. It's something I'd have to go out and do some practice and run it and see, get some statistics, do some studying.
Gonna be a pretty short run to the finish. It's not gonna be like a green white checkered. Still,
I think it'd be about a 5 lap shootout. Maybe 6.
all right. Pace car.
Yep. Lights are off.
So, yep, making the smart move. Carl Staton's restarting on the top. On the bottom, we got Richie Groves in that number 24 car.
Sneaky Sully is still there.
Is that his nickname now? Sneaky Sully. Sneaky Sully Hands, number 22. He's right there.
Hands off.
Hands off.
Oh, he's starting to blink though.
Uh-oh.
We jinxed him. What are the chances I start talking about him, he starts blinking? It's almost like I hacked into his network.
You can tell me if you did. I won't tell. Oh yeah, you're on a live broadcast. They'll know.
Yeah, don't speak about it.
I won't. All right, here we go. Richie Groves, Carl Staton. You got Eddie Morris there. Who we got? Nathan Estep. There's Sully Hands right there. Denny, Alfred Denny. He's there. All right, pace car pulls in. Here we go. Restarting here. It's got a 7-lap shootout here at Michigan, and there goes Carl Staton on the high side with the good run. But wow, what a great restart for Richie Groves, considering the fact that the person restarting in first gets the little bit of an advantage on the restarts. Eddie Morse.
Yeah, that was the best restart we saw from the second place guy so far.
Side by side for second. We got Eddie Morris in that number 8 car. Is battling with Richie Groves as they're now catching up to Carl Staton. Eddie Morse goes low. And the 24 is either going to stay high or pull in behind Carl Staton.
Oh, he's pinching really hard on Staton there. He's got to give him a little bit of space.
Oh, the two make contact. Oh, and into the wall
24
is the 24
got the worst
car.
of that one. He's flipping down the stretch. 13 into the wall as well.
There it is. So this initial contact wasn't what really started it. Then the 24 pulls down, makes contact with Carlos Staton. Boom, right into the wall. Seeing some flipping. Ooh. Right. Ooh, I thought he might have gotten that 63 car. I don't think he really got too many people involved there.
I could tell by the not giving him any room. And I get it. It's coming down to the wire, right, man? It's time to not give anybody room.
Right.
But that was bad.
Crazy. They were just beating and banging down the stretch, and then just. When I first saw the initial contact, had a little bit. Like when you see something like that happen, you kind of know that. Like someone's getting his lap back. I think that's Michael White going on the outside. He gets his lap back.
That's huge for him. That means he's got a shot at this thing.
That's now 18 cars on the lead lap. It's either going to be a 4-lap or 3 to go shootout. It's either going to be a 4-lap shootout, or a 3-lap shootout or a 2-lap shootout. Depends on what happens here. Right now, it looks like Michael White, since he got back on the lead lap, he's taking advantage of that, and he's now on pit road. All right, so it's going to be a 3-lap shootout here at Michigan. Front row, we got on the bottom, Carl Staton, Eddie Morris on the top. There's Sully Hands right there on the top. Here's someone who hasn't really been in the mix too much today, TJ Floyd. The number 49, he's up front in the 4th position.
I told you earlier, he was riding at the back, and he was ready. We saw him on Thursday right at the front the whole time, and I think that may have cost him the race, because isn't he one of the guys that got passed at the end for the win?
Right. I think he was in first when we saw the run from Sully.
I think he learned from Sully, and now he's here, actually starting door-to-door with Sully. So I think you're going to see him, he's going to have a good one. It's going to be a good one.
But all 18 drivers on the lead lap right now all have a chance to win right here. $250. I mean, when it's the final lap, there will. All right. Here we go. Pace car pulls in. 3-lap shootout here. Michigan. All right. We got the restart here. Green flag's back out. Eddie Morris with the jump. He clears. Carl Staton, the number 88. What always happens in the restarts. We got a battle for third here. Sully Hans on the bottom. TJ.
Ian Martin just went 3 wide, 3 back there to slide up into that 5th spot.
He's right up there. Sure, about this time here in the back straightaway, we see all the drivers starting to catch back up to the person who restarted first. Here comes Carl Staton on the back bumper of Eddie Morris. They continue to battle for third. Sully Hands and TJ Floyd. Ian Martin. Kyle Harbin.
As they come to the line, we're going to have 2 laps to go in this thing. And it looks like Sully is creeping into the picture again. TJ Martin. Yeah, TJ and Ian Martin are on the outside here, pushing around.
Kyle Harbin's also there. Nathan Estep. Nathan Nixon.
Anybody in this top 10 can win this thing. Ian dumped TJ for the middle line here.
But when it comes down to 1 lap to go, where if a caution comes out, it won't end the race, then that's when got Carl Staton on the bottom making that move. He clears Eddie Morris. Here we go.
Oh, Ian's
we got
gonna
some
turn
spinning.
him. Oh man, that's
and
a big wreck.
And caution comes out, so.
Did it come out before the white flag? It looks like it did.
It came out before the white flag. There we go. I think we'll do a little bit before that. So watch that 8 car of Eddie Morris.
Well, it looks like Ian was trying to force the 3 wide here. He kind of gives the 8 a shot here, which moves him up the track. Yep, he moves him up the track just enough to try to slide in there, but the 8 wasn't having any of it. Thought he was still clear, and that's when that happens. Yep.
Sully involved there. Carl Staton, the leader, gets in it. Wow. Collected a lot of front runners right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. TJ Floyd, Kyle Harbin, these guys made it out alive here.
So is that Harbin in the 34? Is it just a custom number? Is that what's messing me up?
Yeah, it's a custom number for Harbin.
Got it. So 34, Kyle Harbin and TJ. Kyle Harbin drove through that wreck really well. If you want to look at his in-car cam, that was pretty wild. He was right there, and he didn't get hit.
Here you go. Here's in-car cam of Kyle Harbin here. So
you can see here's the attempt at a bump and run underneath. There he moves him up just a little bit. Gets clear, gets in there, but the 8 wasn't having any of it come back across the nose here.
Boom.
Yeah. And then he's just Kyle Harbin's like,
wow.
Oh God, and the seas have parted.
And he's just made it through. Wow, what a. And TJ Floyd, he's up there as well.
I wonder what his looks like when Carl Staton comes across the track in front of him. Holy crap. This could be a good one too.
I'll watch TJ Floyd's view as well. He was up top here when all this happened.
I would imagine he's going to have to turn right to miss and then left to
Right.
miss. Because he's right there in the mix, too.
But
Like,
Carl
he's in a spot.
Because everybody except for Carl Staton ended up spinning to the right,
Yeah.
though.
So he turns right. Like, oh gosh, they're wrecking. And then all of a sudden,
He
Carl
has
right
to
in front of
turn
him.
left.
Oh, man.
Whoa! Right in front of him. Awesome.
Well, those are 2 race-winning avoidances that could cost these guys the win. They could win because of those moves. But we still got
Oh, lights on the pace car have gone off. So here we go.
14 hungry drivers behind him, 16 hungry drivers behind him still. So it's not over yet.
19 are on the lead lap.
Watch that. Is that Staton? That's still up there? No, that's the
No,
11.
that's
Watch that
Andrew
Andrew Freeling. Yeah, watch Freeling. Watch Grove.
There's Nathan Nixon right there.
Dalton.
Dalton J. Martin. Greg Wood. Jeffrey Bartram.
Yep. Watch all these guys. They're all capable of winning this thing. That's what's the cool thing about running Michigan. You never know who's gonna win it.
Imagine how different this current order is from the starting order. Like the starting order, most of the time doesn't really mean anything. Here we go. First attempt at a green-white checkered. $19 cars on the lead lap. Only one of them can get that 250. Who is that going to be? Pace car pulls in. Out of here, restarting. Oh, what a run on the bottom for Kyle Harbin. He clears TJ Floyd, even though TJ Floyd was starting on the outside, making that bottom work. That was Kyle Harbin.
Yeah, it looks like TJ Floyd must have had some difficulties getting going there. Maybe not getting through the gears quite right.
Right.
But Harbin got out to a huge lead.
We're here on the back straightaway. They've all caught up to him. Right on.
Step in the 55 is coming, though. They're not done yet.
Nathan Estep and Nathan Nixon. Oh, the 3 and 18 car got very close.
Yeah, they were closing that door. If they let him look there, he's going to go there. Oh, the 3's going to sneak it in there.
1 lap to go. Oh, the 49. Nathan Nixon into the wall. Greg Wood goes down. Andrew Freeling gets collected. Nathan Nixon spins now. Got these 4 cars up front. Kyle Harbin, Dalton J. Martin.
They're going to race back to the line.
Final lap. Behind them, you got James Batzer in the mix. 17 of Ronald White. They're there as well, but it looks like these 4. On the bottom, here comes Dalton J. Martin on the bottom. The 2, Kyle Harbin, and these 2 get together.
$250 is coming to life right now for these guys.
55 into the back of Dalton J.
Don't count out Martin or TJ. Oh, here he comes. TJ's on the inside.
Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
Dalton Martin for the win.
Wow, 12/100ths of a second. That 250. What a race.
I thought TJ had it. I thought for sure TJ was coming on that inside line and pulling a Sully hands on us, but he didn't. He wasn't able to get there, and Dalton takes the W. $250. Congratulations, Dalton Martin.
Here's an instant replay there. They were beating and banging down to the line. About 3 wide. Wow, what a finish here.
Awesome finish.
Great job. See if anybody in the top 3. We got the results here at Michigan. Your winner representing Club Carolina. That number 18 car. Great job. Dalton J. Martin is your winner here. Gets the 250 at the Showdown at Michigan. Second place. Hard fought battle from him. He almost was there. Got the number 34 of Kyle Harbin. Third was the number 49 of TJ Floyd. Fourth, number 55 of Nathan Estep. Finishing fifth was the 7 of James Batzer. Sixth was the number 17 of Ronald White. Seventh, the number 21 of Jeffrey Bartram. Finishing eighth was the number 98 of Ian Martin. Ninth was the number 8 of Eddie Morris. Finishing 10th was the number 13 of Max McClure. 11th.
Looks like we got Kyle Hardman in the booth too here, man.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well,
So, hey, Kyle, it was a great finish. I thought you had it, and a little beating and bagging between you and Dalton. Take me through the last couple of laps and the green-white checkered, but the caution before that, where you drove through that wreck, that was pretty wild.
Yeah, man, I don't know how I got through that. It was man, it was crazy and gut wrenching for sure the whole time, and banging back and forth with Dalton. I mean, a good win for him. I wish I could have got in front of him, but I did everything I could do.
Yeah, it was a great finish. Awesome race. You guys did a great job. Anybody you want to thank before we let you roll out of here?
Just my wife and kids for allowing me to do this, and James Batzer and Greg Wood for putting on this good series, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job.
Thanks, buddy.
So you've got TJ Floyd in the booth as well.
TJ, you got a copy?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man, so you made a really good run toward the end there. The caution before the green-white checker, though. Carl Staton coming across your nose, a little crazy, huh? A little pucker effect?
Yeah, that was pretty intense for me. I saw Carl come up the racetrack, and I didn't really know what to expect. I for sure thought I was just going to plow right through him. I made it out. I was the leader coming to the last green-white checkered. I didn't really want to be the leader, honestly. I was trying to get behind Kyle and push him there, but just got pushed out on the 55 and didn't really have a chance to make a run for the win.
Yeah, I thought maybe you'd have a chance because these guys were beating and banging on each other coming to the line. It looked like you had really good momentum. Maybe another 100 yards you'd been there. But, hey, good job. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, just my wife for letting me do these things. She gets mad at me for being on so much. Appreciate James for hosting it and everybody for coming out and watching it. So I appreciate it.
Hey, yeah, man, good job.
All right, thanks.
Like we got the race winner, Dalton J. Martin, into the booth. Hey, Dalton, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
What a spectacular finish for you. The three other Kyle Harbin, TJ Floyd beating and banging across the line. Give us a little run through of what happened through your perspective during that green-white checkered.
Well, going down the backstretch, when I seen the 23 move up, I knew that was the time to stick my nose there, so I stuck it. And we beat going at that 3. I thought we were going to lose it for a second. And then coming to the line, if it weren't for Nathan pushing me like he did, I don't think I would have had it. So thank you, Nathan, for pushing me.
Yeah, it was an awesome finish. There was a huge wreck right coming to the white flag, and we thought maybe there might be another one, but they didn't throw it. And so they continued. You guys continued on, and you guys beat and banged to the line. TJ did have a good run on you. I think if you had another 100 yards, he probably would have got you guys because you were beating on each other. But heck of a win, Dalton. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Just MP Racing and Ian. We had a plan during that green-white checker, the caution right before that when we pitted, when we run out front. It didn't quite work out, but it still helped out. And then Party 4, I got to thank them too.
Congratulations. Enjoy that $250. Oh, we also have James Batzer in the booth here as well. Hey, James, this is Atlee Joe in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got it.
So, You were, looks like you finished 5th there. You weren't in that beating and banging area, but still a solid run for you. What was your perspective going into that green-white checkered here at Michigan?
I told everybody about 10 cars in front of me needed to wreck so I could win.
Hey, and a lot of them did. I'm surprised you didn't make it further up in that.
Well, I had a nice run. I was pulling their draft at the end there. I just needed I needed about another lap. I was too far behind. And the funny thing is I got way behind earlier in the race because I was watching the broadcast under caution and hit the wall. But it was a good broadcast.
Well, you get caught up watching the broadcast, you will hit the wall. That's what you get. Hey, good job, James. Anybody you want to thank? I know you guys put on a great show for these guys tonight. So
I got to thank everybody that was in the race today because, man, that was a good race and a lot of clean laps. I feel bad for Kevin. He was running up there up front for a while, and, it looked like it was net code that got him spun out. But I mean, I couldn't believe how many green flag laps we ran, and we started with what, like 24 cars?
yeah, and so me and Atlee talked about that in the broadcast. I think that has to do with the respect that all these guys have for each other, and they all know how they drive. A little bit of give, a little bit of take, and that'll go a long way when you guys are racing like that. So it's fun to watch. It's great to broadcast as well.
I just got to thank these guys for putting on a show because I'm not nearly as good as most of them. And so I mean, like, I count on a lot of them to do what they need to do, and they did.
Well, thank you for planning this entire race. It was so fun to broadcast.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disappear now or Dalton's going to come looking for me.
James, is Kevin in this Discord?
The podcast.
Thank you guys for watching the showdown at Michigan here at, Michigan. It was a great race. Congratulations one more time to Dalton J. Martin for that victory, and thank you for the Mason-Dixon Racing Series for hosting such a great show. Go check them out on their Facebook page. I'm Atlee Atman-Weiss. I've been joined tonight by Joe Wright. Please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and I guess now Facebook to see more racing action like this. And I hope to see you next time. Tomorrow we got Sabbath Day Racing Series hosted by the same, hosted by the iRacing Superstar League. So that should be fun as well. So I hope to see you there. Over and out.